Hey everyone, this is LuckySevenDX. Welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks. And why did I say it like that? What the hell's wrong with me? In the last episode, we did the Tower of Spirits. Now we have a new area to go to, the Fire Realm, also known as the Fahi Realm, because that's apparently how I say fire. I call it Fahi because I don't know how to pronounce the English language. English, what is this? English, mofo, do you speak it? Why did I make that reference? I don't know. We're just starting this episode off on weird foot. Speaking of weird feet, which has nothing to do with what I'm going to talk about. Normally, I don't really talk about, why I don't upload, but this episode was the biggest pain in the ass, and also eruptions. Biggest pain in the ass to record just ever. Like, ever. Like, in the history of me LPing ever. Because basically, not only did I have to record this like 4 times because the recording kept messing up because for some reason my program just does not work anymore properly, so I had to completely find a new way to do it, which I did. And it's all good. So, I mean, it's the same method, I'm just using a different version of stuff. So it's not really a big deal. My previous methods and my previous how-tos still apply, so don't worry about that. Basically, it was just a pain in the ass. And now, and then, so I felt like the episode done. I'm like, okay, finally, we can record, we can put this out, we can get this episode out on time. And then my computer was like, lol, Trojan virus! And I was like, oh, well, shit. And, well, my computer's back to normal now. Everything is all fine and dandy and fixed after, like, several painstaking hours of putting this together. I managed to salvage the recording, thank God. And here we are. So, humongous pain in the ass, but we're at the Goron target range. You know what that means? That means freaking Gorons are here. So that makes everything so much better because they're Gorons. How can you ever hate a Goron? They're pretty awesome. So Goron target range, there's not much we can do here yet, but we will be able to do it soon. And by soon, I mean like next episode soon, because that's how soon my soon means. My bassoon, my monsoon, my something else that ends with soon. I'm out of ideas, but nothing much we can do here yet, so let's move back out. With the Fire Realm, as you can see, I love this place. There's mountains and fire and lava, and it just looks really cool, except the rabbits are a humongous pain in the ass to get here. Which I've said like pain in the ass like 3 times this recording session already. It's only been 2 minutes, so whatever. But I'm not going to explore the other parts and go rabbit hunting quite yet like I normally do, because we're going to have to head up there soon enough anyway. So, like, this episode soon enough, which, once again, making the whole soon enough thing, which who cares, I made that joke already. We're going to go in a tunnel, and we're going to head off to Goron Village and actually do the main plot first for a little bit. That's surprising given my past record. But yeah, we'll have a couple more episodes of plot, and there are going to be more cycles, like I mentioned before we make it to the next dungeon. I will be doing them. I'm estimating about 3 episodes worth-ish, so we'll see how that goes. But for now, Goron Village, that's right, they live in a bunch of caves because they're Gorons, that's what they do, they live in caves. Gorons, clearly more important than Zoras, because, Zoras have just been, like, retconned out of Zelda. Like, Skyward Sword didn't really have any as far as I can think of. And, Wind Waker just sort of like, they're birds now! And, well, okay. And, of course, there's no mention of them in Phantom Hourglass or Spirit Tracks, so they're just like, screw even the birds, we don't even care about them anymore. So they just got slowly siphoned out of, like, Zelda usual races, I guess. I don't know. No love for the fishmen. No love for the fishmen. Anyway, we're here in Goron Village. As you can see, it's on fire, which is usually not a good thing for your village to be. Fire, usually a bad thing. I learned that from SimCity. That and Bowser going to your village. That's also a very bad thing. But as you can see here, in the Goron Country Store, we have a quiver, which also implies that we're going to get a bow at some point, but that's kind of obvious. It's a Zelda game. What Zelda game does not have a bow in it? Well, that'd be the one that has a slingshot in it. Freaking Oracle games. So we're going to need to find fire. We're going to have to put the fire somehow, because Link has to have the villages. The villages can never do anything by themselves. They can only be helped by kids wearing a green outfit and doing crazy shenanigans. They can never do these kind of things on their own, no. They need the kids with little pointy swords and the little shields and whatnot, because kids are so much more helpful than adults. It's just how it goes. But we need to find this dude called Kagoron who's praying at the mountain goddess village thing. And yeah, we're going to go have to do that, and that's going to be interesting. So, we're going to go ahead and move on up to, well, there's boulders. So this place is a bit interesting. It's a bit of an interest. I just said interesting twice. Basically, falling boulders will come from the sky, and they will try to hit you. Well, they'll not try to hit, but they'll try to impede your progress. You have to dodge boulders. You have to be kind of there's more space in between the single boulder and the double boulders than the double boulders and the single boulder. So just sort of be careful, I guess. You know, make sure you time your jumps after the single boulder, because that's usually when you'll have the most chance of actually making it through without getting run over by boulders and dying. And dying is usually bad things. Let's go over. Oh my God! There are plants of death and evil, and I don't like them. These are called fire babas. They're basically your Dooku babas of the game, because what Zelda game doesn't have evil plants trying to kill you? The way you fight them, you can either use your sword and just cut them and then slash their heads, because they can live apparently without their stems. Weird plants. By the way, stamp station over here. Make sure you get that. That's why I came up here without hitting that conveniently placed switch. Or you can also use the whip to break the stems, or the boomerang, or bombs. Most things will work on them, but the sword is generally the most efficient unless you can take... I mean, it is, I guess, good to take them out from a distance. They're not the easiest enemies to fight. They're kind of annoying. Their attacks don't really do that much damage, though, and they have a high tendency to drop hearts. Anyways, what I tried to do here is blow up this switch using a bomb, but like delayed blow, like we did in the Forest Sanctuary, where I put the bomb next to the switch, and then it would blow up, and then it would give me time to run over here, because you have enough time to make it. I'm still going to make it, but you do not have much time, and it's a lot easier if you do, as you can see, barely made that. Even if you're on the bridge during the cutscene, the bridge will come out from under you and kill you, so, it's a bit of a tight squeeze, you know. At the very least, you should use a bomb like that or a boomerang to hit it, but if you can get the bomb to delay it, you can really, you know, guarantee that you'll make it in plenty of time. As you can see, not a very long section. I mean, this is like just like another sort of mini... It's kind of like the sanctuaries, where there's just sort of like a little mini area to run through, where there's not too much danger or excitement, although I guess it's more than the other villages had. The other villages were just like, hey, we're a village, we're going to tell you how to do something, and then you're going to go to the sanctuary. Well, this one, they actually, you know, have more to do, I guess. But we found Kagoron. Why is the path to you so dangerous? How about you make your altar in some place that's easily accessible? That makes more sense, doesn't it? I don't know about you, but I don't want to have a whip and bombs and have to fight boulders and flowers just to get up here. Make some freaking steps to get up here. I mean, it's not too hard. You made steps right there. Makes it kind of a bit simpler when you do it like that. Anyways, we're going to be heading over here, and this is going to be the shortcut back down the mountain, because of course we don't have to do it the hard way, we just do it the easy way. But of course take the shortcut, because there are treasures up here, and treasures are good. I think we actually saw one on the way up here that I didn't really comment on because I didn't look at it. But you'll also find a bunch of these medium rarity treasures here, dark pearl loops, and hopefully get some white pearl loops and some dragon scales, because those are the ones we're looking for. There's a treasure chest down here. Now I make a mistake right here, a pretty stupid mistake. I could probably, who cares about the pirate necklaces? Those two treasures I'm probably just gonna sell for money, which is, I guess, a nice thing, because as you do see, I did make a mistake by saying the only thing I need to buy right now is Beetle. I do need, and by the way, I did it the right time there with the switch. As you can see, saves you a ton of time. Yeah, not a good idea to whip, by the way. To whip so the cutscene happens in mid-whip, because you might have a chance of falling. But as you can see, make a mistake here. You actually don't need to go fall down from here. You can actually just access this by going behind the Goron. So that whole roundabout thing of the little chipmunk mode, completely unnecessary. I'm just an idiot, but hey, you can't be perfect. Sometimes you just make mistakes like that, and it happens. I'm not gonna try to make some perfectionist speedrunner things. I'm just gonna do stuff, and if I screw up, then I screw up. Whatever. How many rabbits have I missed? Like 50 of them? I don't know. We haven't even seen 50 rabbits. If we had seen 50 rabbits, we would have beaten the game by now, but whatever. Kagoron's going to come down. He's going to give us a gift, and this gift is something I kind of hinted at a while ago, and the game's kind of hinted at. We get ourselves a 4th train car, which once we turn into a wooden one, will actually give us an extra heart finally. A heart for a train, not a heart for us. The train does not affect our health. That'd be kind of weird. Then again, giant human-shaped, or giant, well, not even human-shaped hearts, they're just giant hearts, give us extra life. So, and eating hearts you find on the ground that don't even look like any sort of realistic animal or any sort of heart also give you life. So, by the power of friendship and love, Link can survive. I don't know. But we get a freight car, and that's okay. I am, like, very, like, non sequitur today. I don't know. I feel like I'm, like, completely off topic all the time. That's... What the hell? Why are you here? What are you doing here? Teacher, how the... We left you in Aboda Village. This is like the other end of the world. How did you get over here? There's no... Did you hitchhike on a demon train or something? How did you get over here, teacher? Well, okay, so basically, I had a good plan. I was like, you know, good plan. I'm gonna go ahead, and I'm going to, you know, just get this, and then do the next thing after this, and, you know, it'll be a decently timed episode. And then teacher shows up, and I'm like, well, shit, there goes any chance of this being a decent-sized episode, because I didn't really want to, like, make this a short episode and just have this plus teacher, because that's kind of stupid. Plus, I guess I kind of need to show this off. I would normally have sped this up, but I can't really at this point, so it's like, god damn it, teacher. God damn it. Why? Why are you here? Leave me alone. But that's okay. It is another 300 rubies, and like I said, I made the mistake of saying that, oh, Beetle's the only thing we need to buy anymore. The 5,000 rubies we need for that. Well, I forgot you actually get the quiver in a shop. Like the bomb bag, there's going to be 2 quiver upgrades, and one of them you actually buy for 2,000 rubies, so I'm going to be going for that next, then go for the beetle thing after that. So that's going to be the order of operations if this was a math equation for this bit of the game. So we're going to go ahead and take teacher back, get the 300 rubies to help us on our way. I'll probably just sell some stuff, because I do kind of have a good chunk of 500 ruby and 300 ruby treasures I could probably sell. Yeah, I should have enough stuff, or not 300, but 150 and 500 ruby treasures I could sell, and I could I'll probably easily make 2,000 rubies by the time we actually get a bow, which I'm not gonna say when that'll be, but we will get a bow. I mean, I think when you see a quiver though, it's kind of obvious when you're gonna get, when the bow is gonna be showing up. Just saying. Anyways, we're going to go ahead. And we're going to go to a Nuki Village, because he's going to go there. And then I guess the next time we're going to find him, you only have to do him 3 times, so it'll tell us to go to Churia Village. So, yeah, that's good. I hope he doesn't show up at some really awkward time like this. This wasn't the worst time to show up, because I actually, well, because, what we need to do is we use our newfound freight car, find someplace that's cold, which would obviously be in the snow realm anyway, so we have to go here anyway, and bring it back to them to melt the lava. Why was I about to say that? To melt the lava. That makes no sense. To cool the lava, although doesn't fire beat ice like Pokemon logic, so I don't know how bringing something cold would it necessarily solve the lava. Wouldn't it be like you bring something cold, and by the time you get there, it's melted? I don't know. But we do need to go over here to the Snow Realm, and what we're going to need to do is go to What's-His-Face, up at the What's-His-Face station, Wellspring Station, with that Nuki we brought there. Actually have Force Gem, because like I said, I think I said back then, that's one of the 2 necessary Force Gems, the first being obviously Carbon, and the first Force Gem we forgot, that you have to get in the game, because you do need that Mega Ice that he's going to sell us, by bringing him over there, to do this part of the quest. So, that's going to be what we're going to need to do, so if you haven't done already, you're going to want to go to a Nuki Village, and actually bring him over there and do that, which is good, because then you get this shortcut right here. And this little shortcut and that warp right there is probably one of the more useful warps in the game, so it's good to have that Force Gem just in general, even if you're not going for 100%. It's a good Force Gem to have, which you kind of have to have, considering it's story required. Anyways, so while we're at it, at some point I do need to stop at Beetle. I don't think I ever managed to do that. By the way, new enemies. I'll talk about Beetle. I'll get to talk about Beetle. I do want to pick up some potions at Beetle just to continue, just because A, we need potions right now, and I might as well take a little bit off the 5,000 ruby mark while we're doing it. And also, I went a little too far here, so we're gonna back up. But those new enemies, basically they're like how pirate ships were on the water, except they're on land and a bit harder to hit because they're a bit faster than the pirate ships, because tanks are a bit faster than pirate ships. But those tanks are probably the most difficult enemy you'll face on the train for the most part, besides obviously demon trains and the like. Because well, there's not really a thing that's more difficult than those. They take 2 hits. They give you 5 rubies apiece. I'm going to hiccup in the middle of talking, pretty much. They give you 5 rubies apiece, so they are a good way to get cash. But they are a bit tricky to hit. You do have to sort of time it, so the cannonball does hit them while they're moving fast. They will end up going behind your train, so at that point they're easy to hit. But if they start barraging you with cannonballs like the pirate ships will, they can do some damage. So be careful around them. Kill them as fast as you can. Try to get some hits in before they get behind you. And you should be good to go. But that's a good 300 rubies right there. We're already at 700, so getting to 2,000 would not be too tough. Although, like I said, I do plan on spending about 300 rubies at least on Beetle sometime soon, just to get those treasures. Or not the treasures, the potions. So we shall be doing that. And now, back to our regularly scheduled main story. Actually, I could go to Beetle right now. He's right there. Let's just go to Beetle. Oh, well, he's going the other direction. Screw you, Beetle. Screw you. Yeah, there's more of those tank things. Speed-killing tanks. All right, that's exciting. Yeah, this is about when they after you go to the Goron Village. It seems to be where they start showing up all the time. So just expect to see them on occasion. You'll still see the snowman and other sorts of enemies as well. But we're gonna make our way to Wellspring Station, and we shall continue our main quest right now, because this is nowhere near the end of the episode. We're only 2/3 of the way done. Oh, I guess that makes sense, because we did one task, we went to Kagoron. We did another task, which is the stupid teacher thing, which was completely unnecessary. And suddenly teacher. That was just a suddenly teacher moment. I was just like, alright guys, let's go continue the main story, and the teacher's like, yo, what's up guys? Trojan virus. No, teacher had nothing to do with the Trojan virus, but that'd be kind of funny if he did. Actually, a funny story, the moment the virus started to act was when I was on Wikipedia looking up a page about Nero, which is just kind of hilarious because Nero's like supposed to be this bad guy. I don't know. I mean, it's obviously bad is, you know, an opinion, so if you guys are like, I'm a huge fan of Nero, you're offended me, then it's just me just giving common opinion, but it's not my opinion, so blah blah blah. As you can see, so yeah, it's just really funny that showed that completely irrelevant side story, completely ignoring the fact that if you say no to that guy a lot, as you've been hopefully reading the funny dialogue instead of listening to my funny dialogue, because my dialogue is actually not funny, it's pretty stupid and off topic. But I am really hyper this episode. What the heck? Calm the hell down, Lucky. You can get the stuff for free actually if you keep saying no. He'll be like, actually my favorite moment was when he's like, oh, so we'll sell for you for 25 rubies, and you're like, cheaper. He's like, fine, I'll cut you a deal, 25 rubies, and you're like, that's not cheaper. So he'll go down to 10. Don't be fooled, because you can actually keep going, and he will give it to you for free eventually if you say no. It's story. It's necessary for the story. So you do need to. That's why they let you get for free. Because if you didn't have any rubies at that point, you know, it'd just be stupid to have to go collect rubies. Just do a stupid main story side quest. Because as far as I know, you rarely have to use stories in the main ruby. I was about to say that. What the heck? You usually don't have to use rubies in the main story for anything. They're usually for buying other stuff, like side quests or items or stuff like that. Usually you can find all you need without paying a single ruby. I mean, there's obviously exceptions to that case. There's plenty of exceptions, but 25 rubies isn't really that steep anyway. It's like in a game like this where you know Beetle wants 5,000 rubies. The 25 rubies really don't mean anything. So you could just pay it, but I just want to show off that you can get it for free. So that's what you missed while I was blah blah blabbing. The other thing I missed is how these the freight car mechanics work. As you can see, they're very similar to the whole passenger thing, except instead of passengers, you have this stuff. You have, you know, a little number represent how much stuff you have in your freight car. Now, normally you need a set amount. Usually it's about half the amount or something along those lines. And there's usually a bunch of conditions. The normal conditions. Well, you do not have to follow any of the train rules, so don't bother blowing your whistle or slowing down. In fact, it's usually bad to slow down. So blatantly ignore the rules. They're just there to distract you in this case. Also, rabbit. This is a mountain rabbit. It's red, and it's just gonna sit there and let itself get caught. Thank you, rabbit. Bye-bye. Hello, dog. I'm babysitting my dog. He's right next to me. He's the little barky bark. I think he heard the word rabbit. He knows what the word bunny means, and he likes to bark at bunnies. How funny! Anyways, so what's gonna happen is we're gonna basically, as you saw at the very beginning, we can't go the normal route back here because there is a demon train lying in wait, and while it seems like you could bypass him, if you do come close, he will start charging at you, and he will kill you. So don't even bother heading that direction. It's obvious trap is obvious. So go the roundabout way. You usually need a set amount of, but as you can see, we're losing our ice. Because it's hot, like the guy said, you know, the heat's gonna melt the ice. Actually, logical sense, holy crap. And there will be a lot of other side quests when we have the freight car that, where you will be losing, you know, your materials like this over time. So usually you're in a hurry to get to your next location in order to solve that. So basically, I don't know how many, I think you just need one in this case, but in later cases you're gonna need a lot more than one, so you can't really afford to take hits like this. And then the other way you can lose it, though, do not get hit by any sort of enemy or, any sort of enemy attack, because you'll actually lose, a few of your, like, I think you use, like, for stuff like this, you lose, like, 3 or 4. You usually use, like, maybe, like, a fifth of your stash every time you get hit. Something like that. Also, another bunny. And this is why the bunnies are really tough, because, look, they stand still, and they sort of still slide down the slopes, because these are all sloped, and the terrain's really weird here for catching bunnies. So, these bunnies are actually pretty tricky, and as you can see, I failed this one completely. Stupid freaking bunnies! My goodness. There are 3 bunnies up here, though, so we're 1-1 so far. We'll have a tiebreaker bunny in just a little bit. But yeah, so the ice will melt over time, well, most items actually won't change, but there are some that will. There's some where you do have to hurry. Other ones, just be cautious and be careful, and, you know, just make sure you don't get hit by enemies. That's usually the key for most of these these side quests. So instead of like the passengers where they mostly follow the rules and not just worry about the rules, this one's solely focused on going fast and not getting hit, which is how you normally should be playing the game anyway. So these ones are generally easier in my opinion than the passenger ones, although not by much because it's never really that hard to do the passenger. Also, I'm gonna outrun this demon train. I am in a hurry to get this ice to Goron Village. I have no time for your shenanigans, Demon Train. Also, in case you didn't notice, because I completely didn't react, I missed the second bunny. I will get those 2 bunnies, not this episode, but next episode, at the end of next episode. It's the most convenient time to go get this. Also, I should probably get these things before they steal my ice. My ice, not yours. But yeah, that's generally how those work. Now, when I say that they're easier than the passengers, there are a couple in mind, or really one in mind, one particular side quest that I'm not referring to, because I consider that by far the hardest side quest in the game, and it is extremely difficult, in my opinion. At least I remember it taking me, like, several days to actually complete, so, yeah, that's gonna be a bit tough. I went in the wrong direction! Lucky, pay attention to the road, you bad train engineer. You bad train engineer. But yeah, that's how the freight car works, so, got to show that off in this episode. I will probably at some point soon, well, maybe for the next few episodes, I will upgrade it to a wooden one, because clearly a wooden one is an upgrade to what it currently is. That makes perfect sense. But you can generally, as long as you follow the path I did, you can get all 3 rabbits, or at least have a chance at all 3 rabbits. And you will be able to get 10 ice, which is more than enough that you need. I think you only need 1, honestly. I don't think you need a set limit for this one. Usually it'll tell you if you need a limit, or usually it's like, at least half, or at least 3/4 around that range to be fine with that. But yeah, so the ice will put out the fire somehow, because apparently this is reverse Pokemon logic, and ice is greater than fire. And the Goron Village is free. So in the next episode, guys, we're going to be exploring the Goron Village. We're going to find the Fire Sanctuary. We're going to do some Lacoma songs. It's going to be all going to be good. This is LuckySevenDX, signing out. See you next time for more Gorons!